One. And welcome to the Money Round. I am the Money Coach, and we are brought to you by Extreme Training, where the elite come and train with the elite. And shout out to my boy Dom the Bomb Federici putting my stuff together. All right, today we have an episode of the Money Round. Coach JJ Howland. Uh, I kind of got to watch him on social media. That's how when I first started really noticing him, and I got to meet him in person when we went to London, and got to have a good conversation with him. So definitely an interesting guy. What up, Coach?
What's going on, Coach? How you doing?
All right, so tell us what you got sitting on the table right in front of you right there.
I'm always strapped. I got my Smith and Wesson. I got my Glock 19. Um, I'm always either cleaning them, playing with them, keeping them around, keeping them ready. I'm always ready.
Nice, nice. So, Coach, so you just a gun collector? Like, what's going on?
I was a Marine, so we
Nice.
guns. We like blowing stuff up. We like shooting stuff. We like making stuff disappear. So
Nice, nice. And how long were you in the Marines, Coach?
just under 6 years. So 2006, 2000, very last day of 2011. So I got out December 31st,
Uh,
2000.
all right, Coach. So, how'd you get into wrestling, and how did it start for you?
Man, I came from a wrestling family down in Virginia. Dad, uncle, brothers, everybody. We're all Coach Lawrence, Coach Martin, Granby system, whole family.
So, for the people who don't know about the Granby system, Granby School, Coach Billy Martin, the Martin family, how did you get connected with them? Is it just because you grew up there, or what?
If people don't know who they are, they might be living under a rock.
Right.
There's very few people that can say that they changed the course of wrestling entirely and how wrestling is actually wrestled, other than Coach Lawrence and Coach Martin with the Granby system. I just happened to be very fortunate enough to grow up, and Coach Lawrence was the coach at the school that I went to. So we've been involved with that probably 40 years.
Man. So when we were in London, you told me something interesting. I'm gonna tell you how I came to this conversation. I thought it was pretty cool. Like I said, I watched your videos and I look at your technique, and then I started watching your Granby system. And me myself, my coach always took us to Billy Martin camp, and we also went to Keith Rand's camp as well. And I was like, man, his Granby stuff is real good. I was like, man, that is real good. Then I was just making a joke, like, hey, why don't you teach us some of your Granby stuff, knowing in freestyle wrestling they can't do Granbys. But then kind of find out you were on Keith Rand's video, so I probably watched you growing up.
Yeah, I was me and my teammate Brian Wright, who was he actually beat oh dang nabbit. I feel bad now because I'm gonna forget his name. Anthony Robles. Sorry, Anthony.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh he actually beat Anthony Robles at senior nationals. So me and my teammate Brian, we actually filmed that with Coach Lawrence. God, it was probably 99, 2000, 2001. I don't know. I was like 11 or 12 years old, maybe.
Yeah. Man, and like people don't know, like Lawrence and Billy Martin were together at one point in time.
Oh yeah, they were. So old man Martin, Billy Senior, was the head coach at Granby High School. Coach Lawrence was his assistant for, well, he was a wrestler there, and then he was his assistant for many, many, many years. And then Coach Lawrence ended up at Kempsville. All the Martins ended up at Kempsville, and then they ended up after Stevie came back from Iowa, and Wayne had already been at Great Bridge, and they turned Great Bridge into a powerhouse for, oh God, 30 years. I mean, they're still pretty good now, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's crazy too. And like the Granby system, Granby school, but especially I'll say the Granby school was Martin, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Granby
like
School was Coach Martin. Granby System was Coach Lawrence.
right. Yeah, but that system, like you said, changed the game. And I remember Billy Martin saying it started out as a forward role.
Yeah, it started out as well. So the funny thing is a lot of people don't know this. Billy Martin Sr. was a gymnast.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that. Uh, he's one of the ones I don't even believe that he actually wrestled. I believe he was a gymnast and then came over to coaching, and took the gymnastics principles. Coach Lawrence will probably correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the story. We're pretty well versed in the history when we grow up in the Grammy system. We learn the history of wrestling.
Right.
Um, And it started as a forward roll, and then they modified it over time, and they found that doing, as you've seen in a lot of my videos, almost like a sideways, like cyclone
Yeah.
type roll produces a whole lot more torque, and it's a lot more efficient, and it's a lot higher success rate than just the forward roll. The forward roll is what you see a lot of guys kind of use in college right now, and the only reason, if you watch Cal Poly, those guys Granby because they come from John Cerritos and he came from Great Bridge.
Yeah.
Those guys Granby right. There's a couple colleges that do it right. The Penn State guys do it right, but a lot of the guys try to Granby, and you can tell they just haven't been taught the same details and mechanics that we teach.
Right. So do you think in today, like how popular the Granby school and Granby system was, and I know Carl Perry, uh, national champ for Illinois, was successful with it. Do you think you can still implement those same principles in folk style wrestling and be highly successful at the college level now?
Oh yeah, you see it. If you watch the NCAA tournament, you'll see it all over the place
Yeah, yeah. I know,
every year.
like my kids, we do a lot of standing Grammys, like all the time. Just you try to mat returners, we should roll you. Like we should
Oh
try to
yeah,
roll
that's
you.
our heavyweight used to do it.
Do what?
We our heavyweights used to do it.
Yeah. Like so for me, like I think the shoulder roll is one of the most highly successful, of course, like we were talking about, Granby uh technique that they taught because it keeps the scramble going, keeps the guy off your hips. So it's one of the most effective rolls. Would you do you think anything else is highly more successful than the shoulder roll?
I would say with a changeover added to it. The more motion, the better. And that was one of the biggest things growing up in with Lawrence was you don't wait. You control everybody from the bottom. So you're not, whistle, you're not sitting there waiting. You're the one dictating where the match goes. You choose bottom, that's fine. You're still dictating where the match goes. So changeovers, smashes, creating that motion. A lot of people, um, a lot of the comments I get, I can tell they don't understand uh, how the system actually works. And it's kind of funny because, growing up in it as a kid, you think that that's how everybody wrestles.
Right.
Like I thought everybody knew all these things. I thought everybody was being taught these things. And it wasn't until I got much older and started traveling around the country that I'm like, wait a minute, man, I had it really, really good.
Right. You had some of the best coaches in the game.
Yeah,
So
you take it for granted because I mean I was just fortunate enough to grow up with it.
and it's like so our coach, we're here in St. Louis, Charlie Sherritt, and basically he'll load up like 14 of us. And like my school was kind of like we're in the inner city, but we'll have a mixture of everybody. So he'll put like 14 of us in the van, take out all the seats, and we just lay on each other for 14 hours driving up to Virginia Beach to go to Granby School with Coach Martin, and we'll stay there for a week, 2 weeks, and like Coach believed in it, man. We did it. And I just remember Billy Martin recording me hitting the changeover. I guess they call it high low flip shrug at one time. I just changed him over flip shrug. I mean, he just kept videotaping me. It's like I never seen a heavyweight do this. This is good, and I just had to keep doing it for like hours. It felt like
Oh,
after
yeah.
the camp.
If you went to those camps, I still teach that way when I do clinics. I mean, you're doing reps after reps after reps. When you did that shrug series at the Grammy camps, you left with no hair. Matt
Right.
hurt on the forehead because you're
Right.
you're spinning on your head so much.
And so what's so crazy too, and we're gonna kind of go on to you. What they had a good way of teaching because I remember he'll go section one, section two, section three, and then blow the whistle, shoulder roll, blow the whistle, shoulder. I mean, they had a good way of watching you and watching all the kids and make sure they got it, even though it might be 60 people there. Like it was good.
I still teach that way.
Yeah, yeah, I do too. I use it too.
So growing up, like when Lawrence was coaching high school, we ran our high school practices that way. A lot of people will say like, "Oh, yeah, you can't coach from a chair." Yes, you absolutely can. Coach Lawrence did it. Coach Martin did it. They would sit up at the front of the room and point.
Yeah,
And if something was wrong, they would correct it right there,
yeah.
and then keep going, keep it going.
I think with wrestling too, I think you just saying coach from mature. I think wrestling has this misconception that you have to go wrestle to coach. Like no other sport, they think you have to play. You don't have to dress up as the football player and go hit the kid to teach him how to do the technique in football. Like the basketball coach doesn't dress out and play basketball with you the whole time. Now it's great if you can, but you should be able to sit in a chair and articulate your words to get the technique. Now it looks lazy in wrestling because people think it's lazy. But I remember I hurt my back one year and I couldn't get up and I just had to sit in the chair and teach. And it was like it's different, but it definitely made me articulate better.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a torn ACL for the last 2 years, so I'm not on the mat as much as I want to be. And I'm getting surgery in November after uh, all of the next like 81 clinics that I got between now and then. Um, and then after I recover, I'll probably be coaching from a chair for a little while.
Yeah, it happens. All right, coach. So tell us, like, okay, well, after you with Kick the Rams, how'd your high school career go, and then what'd you do from there?
I mean, I was good in high school. I mean, I was at one point I was ranked number 4 in the country. Both my older brothers wrestled actually at Old Dominion for my oldest brother wrestled for Gray Simons, and then my middle brother wrestled for Simons and then Martin. And then when I got to college, I was like the black sheep, man. I didn't want to go to college. Not 9/11 happened when I was like eighth, ninth grade and I just felt something pulling me in a different direction. I've been wrestling since I could walk. I've been in the sport. I like the sport, but I was still kind of drained from cutting weight. We had a really good team. I wrestled for Kempsville when Virginia only had 3 divisions, and they were actually, putting out All Americans and some top talent. Now it's a
Yeah,
little further down, but it's all right. Um, and so I had all these scholarship offers, and I was just like, I'm gonna go join the Marine Corps. I'm gonna do this other thing.
yeah.
So I left the sport behind, and I never in a million years imagined I'd ever come back to it.
It always
Like,
gets you back. It always gets you back.
had no plans of ever like stepping foot on a wrestling mat again. Never considered coaching. Um, I got out of the Marine Corps like first day 2012, and then I was working in like nightclubs, man. And if you know anything about the nightclub industry, you know that there's a lot of drugs involved.
Yeah,
And you drink, you do drugs, you drink, you do drugs, you just kind of go hand in hand, and spiraled my life so far out of control that I ended up homeless. I ended up battling, with getting out of the Marines, a severe identity crisis in terms of like what my purpose was. I felt like I didn't have one. I was battling a lot of stuff from combat and overseas that I never really dealt with. And then on top of that, a drug addiction and an alcohol problem. It was a great recipe. So it took many years for me to come out of that. And when I finally did come out of it, I had a near heart attack, like almost like a near overdose that kind of woke me up and started getting me on the better path. And then when I started exercising again, I got that little itch.
yeah.
I had a little itch. I was like, huh, all right, well, COVID happened. I couldn't scratch the itch because COVID happened. And then I moved down to Key West, and that's a great place if you ever get to go down there. I lived
Okay,
there
yeah.
for 3 years, man. I loved it. Um, but it eventually got too expensive, and I actually got sober in Key West, of all places. I stopped drinking alcohol down there. Um, and then when I moved to Atlanta, I met my wife, and my wife had never seen me compete in anything. Nothing. I mean, she'd seen videos of me from like 20 years ago. Um, and my wife had a kidney transplant, like right when we first got married, right before we first got married. And I I wanted her to be able to see me compete in something. So I started getting back in shape, started training, and then I kept having all these pains. And so I went, saw my orthopedic, come to find out, like the nerves in my neck were pretty much toast. I needed a neck fusion. So uh, I told I told my doctor, I said, hey, I know I need this neck fusion. If I take an MMA fight, is it going to kill me? And he was like, no, it's just, I mean, you don't really have any strength in your arms, so it's probably gonna go too well. I didn't care if I won, lost, draw, whatever. I really didn't care. I just wanted my wife to see me go through a process before I had that fusion, and just in case when I came out of it, I was a two-level fusion, 5, 6, and 6 to 7. 50% chance that I was going to be able to do anything. So I was like, all right, cool. Did an MMA fight, ended up being a no contest, no big deal. Had the neck surgery, successful. I have the best orthopedic team, I believe, in the country. Dr. Barber, that guy is a magician. Dr. Brad Hodgson, Dr. Bold, those guys keep me sort of in one piece and able to keep doing what I'm doing. And I didn't really like the way that MMA fight ended up. So I was like, I was healing up really well, and I found out that they had like the Masters National Tournament,
Yeah,
and I was like, huh, I could do that. I didn't train for it, not one day.
really.
I went out there 1 year to the day from when my neck was fused. I made the finals, but in the semis, I tore my ACL. So I ended up forfeiting the finals because every time I seem to do something now, I just get injured. And I'm like, well, I made my point. And then right after that, I opened up my gym. I came back here and I was helping out a couple wrestling clubs. I didn't really like the way they were being run. I thought they were kind of like extorting money out of people. Didn't really like it. So I opened up my own and I didn't charge any of my kids. I just had like a selection process for how you got accepted and how you were able to stay in the program without paying anything. And I used social media as a way to subsidize my my lease and all the fees associated with it. I never imagined in a million years imagined it blew up the way that it has.
It blew up, bro.
Like I've had to change business plans like 7 times in the last year because never I didn't go to college. I tell people all the time I'm nobody like special, right? Like I didn't go to college. I didn't wrestle in the senior level.
You are special, bro. But go ahead.
I don't have, the trophy case of somebody like a Helen Maroulis or a Kale Sanders. I don't have a trophy case I mean, I got this one thing up there.
That's
Wow.
awesome, though.
Yeah, it's up there. Oh, it's a little, right? Um, and I know in the wrestling community, for whatever reason, they've never gotten over this fact. And and it's not all of them, but a good majority of people, for some reason, don't quite understand that coaching and competing are two different skill sets.
Hmm.
And athletes that compete and accomplish at a very high level not always make good coaches. And not all good coaches were highly decorated athletes. Coaching is a matter of being able to articulate a system, a point, a parameter to get it across to somebody else for them to be able to perform it when they need it. That doesn't mean I got to be able to do it right now in a match against, Trent Hidley,
Right, right.
right? Um, so I was a little nervous when my page started blowing up the way it did because I'm like, man, this isn't gonna, I didn't really know how to take it. Um, and I've had to change goals a lot. So I got rid of my club entirely. I had like 120 kids at one point. And I told them all, I was like, hey man, hey guys, sorry. I know you guys really enjoy this. However, my purpose I've found is how can I reach the most people? How can I help the most kids, the most veterans, the most people that are facing the same battles that I went through? And the only way I can do that is if I'm out on the road traveling and I can't be tied, to one spot for 5, 6 days a week coaching and building a program. It became very apparent that my social media was going to give me a much different purpose than I envisioned. And so I've taken that, and now I'm still obviously very heavily involved with wrestling, but I'm slowly transitioning more so over to like the veteran side. I'm really trying to give back to veterans and, uh, you know, talk to a lot of the ones that are in substance abuse programs, the veterans that are about to get out of the service. Um, it's a big wake up call that very first day when you get out or you retire and you don't have to put your uniform on anymore. Right? It's the same thing like for an athlete. When the last competition's done and you don't have to practice anymore and you ain't got to train, it's a big wake up call.
It is a big wake up call.
And so now my goal is to get out and be able to help those people and say, hey, look, you guys have other things that make you you. This was just a part of you. It's not all of you.
All right.
And if you don't kind of understand that, you can fall down the traps like I did and end up out on the side of the road.
Yeah. So coach, like, how did your social media blow up? Like, were you just making clips from your club and posting it? Like, what made you start doing that?
Yeah, so I live in Georgia, and if you know anything about Georgia, which I'm sure you do, you'll know that it's a good old boy state, and they don't really like outsiders. I'm not from Georgia. I learned very quickly that if I was going to get anything done around here, I was going to have to do it myself and on my own. I wasn't going to have, the coach down the street help me out. No, 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 no. If anything, they do a lot of this. Um, So I started using content as a way to help my kids be able to pay for travel because I had quite a few last year that were at the top in the country. Vera, Beyonce, Madison. I had like 5 or 6 in the national finals at legitimate national tournaments, not like the Adidas ones or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Uh, Sorry. I had legitimate national tournaments. I had, like 5 or 6 in the finals. And I think two of them won it. So I was trying to find ways that I could help these kids pay for all this stuff because it's expensive.
Yes, it is.
So fortunately, like the bigger it got, the more brand deals I got, the more help I got from sponsors, the more
Mm.
other outside businesses I was able to create to help subsidize and kind of fund and have an income stream for the kids. I think right now I either own or partly own like 8 different businesses.
That's awesome.
And that's all come from, it started with just posting content. Right.
Wow.
Um, and it's really, I was just on the phone. Anthony Knox is actually one of my business partners. I was just on the phone with him earlier today about
Yeah.
what we're doing for that business.
Anthony Knox, the kid, or Anthony Knox Senior.
Yeah. Yeah.
That, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, he's back in Rutgers. Back in
Yeah.
Rutgers. So awesome. All right, coach. So I mean, that's it's such pretty like just the evolution of you and the story you told us. And once again, thanks for your service and dedicating your life to our country. Uh, so like, what's the future plans now? So you said you're kind of doing social media, touching everybody, and doing camps too. Is camp still a big part of your deal now?
So this year from January to November, I think I have a total of like 107 clinics in 10 countries.
Okay.
Um, and then I finally get a break. Going in next year, like forward thinking, I'm definitely not doing that to myself again. That's a lot of travel. I'm still recovering from getting back from Estonia because I don't know if did you go to Estonia after
No,
that?
I did not. That's a long, long travel.
It was great tournament, wonderful tournament. Great talent over there, but I'm still recovering. I'm not quite back to normal.
Oh, like, and me from London, like I just been so sleepy. I'm like, and I've been back for a week or so, but like today I slept till like 12 o'clock. I'm like, man, I am sleepy. This London thing, the jet lag is real.
Yeah, it didn't hit me until like 2 or 3 days into Estonia, and then I lost another hour in Estonia because their daylight savings time hit, and then I flew back, and then I got back. I was home for like 8 hours, and then I had to drive like 8 hours to Virginia to put on a clinic, and then drive 8 hours back. So that first, I think it was Sunday or Monday, I hit a wall, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this again next year." So going forward, I think I'll probably limit it to like maybe 20 a year,
Gotcha.
and really focus on, um, you know, larger events, doing a little bit more for myself and taking care of myself, and not in like a selfish way, but
Yeah.
I've given so much of my time the last 2.5, 3 years to all my athletes that sometimes I forget to eat. I forget to work out.
Yeah.
So,
Is
I
First
think
Form one of your sponsors?
what's that? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I've been with them for the last couple of years. They're the best. I'll be in St. Louis 3 weeks.
3 weeks. We got to hook up. We got to hook up. I think you said you're going to Hannibal, right?
No, 3 weeks I'll be in Trenton, but I will be in St. Louis the first week of June.
First week of June. Is that Hannibal or St. Louis? St. Louis.
Well, that one's St. Louis because I'll be at First Form headquarters.
Oh, you been first. Okay, yeah. You be right by me. Okay. Yeah. One of my other athletes that I get to help coach, Talon Warden, he's like 14, 15. He's sponsored by First Form also. So
Yeah,
yeah.
they love wrestling.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, coach. You are about to enter a money round. It's rapid fire questions. You will be judged, but I'm hitting you with everything. It's either or. Are you ready?
Ah,
All right. Start off simple first. Pizza or hamburger?
pizza.
Uh, does pineapple belong on pizza?
Hell no.
All right. Chicken or steak?
Chicken.
Popeyes or KFC?
Neither.
Uh-oh. Well, which one you like? What you like there? What
Taco Bell. That's an option.
Taco
Chipotle.
Bell? No, we talking chicken, coach. Popeyes or
Oh,
KFC?
chicken. Chicken. Oh, okay. KFC then. KFC.
All right, KFC. All right. Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches or Popeyes chicken sandwiches?
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
All right. Do you call it pop or soda down there?
Coke.
Coke. Everything's a Coke. Is that in Virginia also or just down there?
I mean that's just I grew up calling everything a Coke.
Coke. All right. um, would you rather, as a pet, have a bear or chimpanzee?
Oh man, can I have both?
You gotta pick one, coach. This is the money round. Pick
Man, I got
one.
a bear. I got a 205-pound Presa Canario downstairs. That's kind of like a bear. I'll
That
take
is kind of like a
the
bear. What are you doing with that?
I don't know. You can do it. I mean, you can train it to do all kinds of stuff.
Oh my God. You're an interesting guy, coach. All right, here's one for you. Would you rather have ghosts or roaches in your house?
Ghosts.
Ghosts. All right. Obviously, you know what roaches do. All right. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Pin or tech? Would you rather for your athletes to pin somebody or tech somebody?
Tech.
Uh, double or single?
Ooh. Don't mind what my shirt says.
Got
Sweet
double.
finger.
Sweep single? Yeah, I did. Yeah, your sweep singles are good. I like your technique on those. Finishing on the mat or coming to your feet on those sweep singles?
Sweet.
Um, defense or offense?
Mm. Offense.
Offense. All right. Nike freaks or ASIC Rulines?
Mm. Go with the Rulons.
Rulines are good. The kids kind of forgot about those now. Gatorade or Powerade?
Mm. Water.
Ah, no, coach. Gatorade or Powerade? It's not the
Gatorade.
water boy. You know
Gatorade.
the
Gatorade. Gatorade.
Gatorade. All right. Head norm or body lock?
Mm. I like a good head and arm. It still wins at the Olympic level.
Yeah, head norms are good. Spladle or Cradle?
Cradle.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Mm. Burger King, because their milkshake machine actually works.
Yeah, they do me out. Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Marvel or DC?
Which one's got the Hulk?
That's Marvel.
That one.
All right, with the Avengers. Gotcha. Do you call it ping pong or table tennis?
Ping pong.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Would you rather be attacked by a shark or a tiger?
Mm. Shark. I've been attacked by a shark. I don't want to find out what it feels like to be attacked by a tiger.
Oh no, stop the money round. You said you've been attacked by a shark?
Yeah, so when I I lived in Key West, I worked on snorkel boats,
Uh,
and part of giving the snorkel tours is you got to jump in the water and give everybody the safety brief and whatnot. And I used to always go around and like try to scare the people that were on the boat by like swimming with the shark, because a lot of times people don't realize this. Sharks sleep with half their brain, and generally they won't attack anything that's like a third of their size or larger. So I mean, I was out there every single day for years, so I wasn't like timid around them, and I'd go up there and grab their fin and let them pull me around the reef, and people would get freaked out. Well, one day I think I ticked one of them off, and he like nibbled me a little bit. Um, but yeah, I don't really think a tiger would pull back.
yeah, yeah. So you said the shark might pull off. A tiger just gonna keep coming.
Yeah, because like we're not on the shark's food menu. Like we don't taste good.
Oh, really? Well, like what happens when it's shark attacks? Like with these people on surfboards, are they thinking it's seals? Like what was
Yeah, they think it's seals or turtles or anything
they
like
just
that.
take your leg?
Yeah, well, they just it's one bite, right? It's very rarely is it like a bite, bite, bite. It's one bite. The shark swims off when it realizes, say, this doesn't taste like a turtle.
Uh, but it always sucks because in those water movies, like the sharks take you and pull you down under. That's not real.
Oh, that's not.
All right, all right. There's always be like open waters where do you see where that couple went snorkeling, but the boat left them and they were just stuck out in the water? Did you see that one?
Terrifying.
It was supposedly based on a true story. Like the boat left them and they were just out there, just sitting in the ocean, just
Hey,
did
well, I will say this: as somebody who worked on those tours for like 2.5 years, the boats will leave you. If we say 8:30, we mean 8:30. We ain't waiting.
well, that's why I'm never going snorkeling. All right, let me keep going on. That's an interesting story. All right, here's a big one. Five Guys or In-N-Out Burger?
In and out.
All right, good one. Do you call it tournament or tournament, like on the East Coast?
Tournament.
Tournament, I agree. Guts or laces?
Laces.
Grape or strawberry jelly on your peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Grape.
Great. Escape or reversals?
Mm, escape, because then I get to take you down.
Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
State or states?
I'm sorry, what was it?
State, like I'm going to the state tournament, or as I'm going to the states?
Oh, singular.
Singular state. I agree. All right. Ultimate ride out, top or bottom?
Oh, I'm choosing bottom all day.
You about to grab me this fool. Uh, chicken, boneless or traditional?
Either or. But if I have to pick, I guess I'd pick boneless just because it's easier and I can eat more of it in a shorter amount.
I'm spoken like a true Marine. uh, flats or drummies?
Again, I'm not partial. I'm not picky. And again, it's back to the Marine thing. Like, I'm just happy to have food.
Gotcha, gotcha. Um, when you eat a taco, do you tilt your head to the left or the right?
I guess that would be the left.
All right. Loyalty or respect?
Loyalty because I don't really care about some people's respect.
Gotcha. Jordan or LeBron?
Gordon,
If you could wrestle anyone in the world, dead, present, alive, bigger, smaller, taller, who would it be?
oh, it would be two people. One, Satiev, because he's my favorite wrestler of all time.
Uh,
And then number two, John Reeder, because I've already wrestled him once. It didn't go well for me, but we're older now, and I think I might have a shot, especially now that he's in the roofing company. He's been for like 2 years.
I know. Reed, I can't believe he left coaching, man. He was such great for kids, so good for kids.
I love John Reeder. He is an awesome human and an awesome coach.
Yeah.
And I wrestled him at the Super 32. I think it was my senior year. And
Wow.
I think he was ranked like one or two in the country. It was him, Matt Epperly, and a couple others. And I was ranked like number 4 or 7 at the time or something like that. But there was a very big gap. between his ranking and mine.
Gotcha. Hey,
Atlantic Ocean in there.
what do you think about coaches like Reader? I mean, Reader's been one of our best coaches in our country for a while and worked so hard. What do you think about coaches now choosing to get out of the college coaching game because of NIL, all the extra work, recruiting? What do you think? Do you think they might start killing our coaches? Not killing, but like reducing our better coaches eventually?
Um, I put out a video about a year ago about NIL and how not only it was going to affect the colleges, the coaches, and the kids, and everybody called me crazy. And what I said in that video was, the NCAA lost that lawsuit last year, where now they got a rev share. So if the college is now on the hook every year for, I think it's like what, $25 million a year or something like that across the sports, well, how are they going to make up that money? And they're either going to make it up one of a few ways. One, they're going to raise tuition. Not happening. Well, they might. Two, they are going to cut salaries of coaching staff.
That will happen.
Three, they're going to now target maybe, well, I'll use football as an example. Instead of going after the 4 and 5 star that is really, really good, but nobody knows who they are, maybe they go after the 3 star who brings in, an extra maybe $2 million in merchandise sales or ticket sales.
Yeah.
The one that's worked on he's built a platform and he's marketing
social media. Yep.
And, everybody called me crazy, but it's happening literally exactly as I said it. And I think the coaching side of it is it's going to push a lot of coaches out because, before, let's say you were an assistant, you're probably on a track, especially with somebody of like Reader's caliber. He could have probably taken a head coaching job any number of places, right? He is a phenomenal coach and he's a great human. And I think with the NIL, the reduction in the funding is going to force a lot of coaches out because at the end of the day, they still got to take care of their families. And if I'm taking care of my family, thinking that I'm going to make, I don't know, whatever Kel Sanderson makes, and then all this other stuff happens and I'm making 10% of that, well, now I got to find something that's going to make up that difference, and it's probably not going to be wrestling.
For sure. Coach, we are out of time. I appreciate you. Give us your Instagram real quick if you can.
At JJ Howland or Facebook, Jacob Howland. I reply on Facebook a little faster.
All good. Appreciate you, Coach. Thanks for everything.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you.
All right, have a good one.
I'm sure there is going to be more than one unpleasant surprise before we're done.
Let's go! If you like the kind of podcast where the truth gets weird, you'll love Debug with Patrick Bass. It's where true crime crashes into AI, conspiracy meets comedy, and no topic is too strange to touch. From hackers to ghost hunters, cult survivors to code breakers, Debugged brings wild guests, real stories, and zero filter. New episodes every week. Search Debugged with Patrick Bass on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your next obsession. Decoding the truth.
Electricast.